Welfare have come together to host a National Social Work Conference 2024 that is aimed at addressing critical issues surrounding work practices, education standards, and ethical guidelines in Sierra Leone. Well, for more on the conference, I have in the studio Maurice Musa, who's the Vice President of the Sierra Leone Association of Social Workers. Good afternoon, Maurice.
Welcome good afternoon.
To the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let's talk about the essence of the conference. Is it to commemorate the Labor Day?
No. I may say the conference happened to be one of the good things that happened in the country, because for far too long for social workers to come together and have conversation, particularly having key stakeholders like the Ministry of Social Welfare, the Minister herself was there, to discuss the area of the education, the area of the ethical standards, because social work is practice-based. It's both academic and practice-based. So first of all, you need to have the required knowledge base of social work. So coming to society, you have to be guided the way you practice, because you should be there to make a change. You should not be there to do wrongs. And we have several issues of that, particularly in orphanages. Those supposed to protect children, they are abusing them. So these are the discussion we have yesterday to see how we have a serious conversation moving forward.
So let's talk about the contributions by the minister based on the theme.
Yes, so right now we are working on a social work regulatory bill, which is in advanced stage, and it's already in cabinet. So the minister assured the meeting, the conference yesterday, that before the ending of this year we'll have that bill pass into law, which again will help to standardize the practice of social work in the country.
Let's talk about the components of the bill.
So the bill has to look at the ethical standards, the education, as I said earlier on. You need to have the required knowledge. For now, anybody can call him or herself a social worker. It should not be like that. So after that bill, you cannot call yourself a social worker.
So what makes one a social worker?
So first of all, you have to have the knowledge base. You have to have either a bachelor's degree in social work, or a certificate or diploma. So that is one criteria. But the bill also makes provision for license. So after graduation, you also have to acquire a license, which you have to renew every year. So you have to check your practice, if you are really going by the standards set by the law that will be regulating social work practice in the country.
Okay, and now let's talk about what the bill would say about people who go against the ethics of social work.
It's going to be a very serious penalty.
Like you mentioned, some people are abusing people in orphanages, or people who they are supposed to protect. They abuse the perpetrators.
Yes, so that is why the law is coming in. To mitigate some of those actions. So again, that is why we are licensed. So every year you have to renew. So they have to check what you have been doing within the year. If they think that you are not up to the tax, automatically they will not renew your license. So that is the good things will have to happen within the profession. So that law again will give opportunity for graduate social worker or practitioners in Sierra Leone to compete at international level. So you can be here, even apply for job in the US or Europe, because we have the law, because that is what the profession is looking at. when the country has a law that regulates the practice.
So how far have you gone with that?
Yes, so that is what the minister assured the conference yesterday, that the bill is in advanced stage.
Okay.
So the moment cabinet approve, automatically we have to rally behind the ministry to ensure that parliamentarians look at it and it's become a law. Okay,
now as an association, let's talk about what you do to ensure you sensitize your members, because we know even people who are graduates, even people who may have licenses to do the work correctly, they are not doing it correctly. What do you do to make sure that people stick by the rules?
Definitely, that is one of the mandates of the association. Okay. So even before you become a member, there are criteria. First of all, as I said, you have to be a graduate from recognized university that has social work programs. So after that, you have to apply.
But there are online courses for social work too.
Yes, online. What we have as criteria, we are looking at recognized institution, not only in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So for now, we don't have anything like online course. If you are in Sierra Leone, either you go one of the universities that recognize. So with that certificate, because we have to vet that certificate before you become a member. And that is what we did yesterday. 27 members, that because we opened up membership last year. So yesterday we inducted 27 members that meet the criteria.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Continue to stay with us in the program. He is the Vice President of the Sierra Leone Association of Social Workers.